Eat my pussy.
Dude, remember when like
good.
Yeah, I feel great.
Yeah,
I mean,
wait,
I've been awake for no joke like 12 hours.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I've been drinking for 10 of them. But dude, remember like back in the day when songs weren't okay. I'm going to preface what I'm about to say by saying I know that there were like very political songs back in the day of like it was mostly like Bob Dylan and shit. You know, like, he's like, oh, the war is going to be over and everyone's going to be happy.
He's like, the answer, my friend, is having sex with men. Or something like that.
No, that's his most famous song. It was the one they did in Watchmen.
Yeah, it was the one from the beginning of Watchmen. The Zack Snyder reimagining of Watchmen. So how can we make
my friend?
How can we make the source material more homoerotic? Like that's I want it to be more like 300.
But like most songs from like the 70s, 80s, and kind of like mid 90s were just like, let's have fun, let's fucking party, and like there was not a lot of like, you know, like now it's like fucking, not saying like fucking Beyonce, but like Beyonce doing songs that are like Who Run the World Girls and shit, and it's like it's like a statement, you know.
That's basically the blowing in the wind of the millennial generation, dude.
Yeah.
Who runs the world? Girls, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Dude, I mean, you know, like there was stuff like Nirvana, you know, there's all the grunge and stuff that sucked. I mean, Gen X was just like, they were just starting to be like irony people where they're like, yeah, we're going to do stuff ironically and fucking call out all the things that we think are lame, but like they didn't really know how to do it yet. Like they had like Beavis and Butthead and shit, which obviously is great. And like, I don't know, like King of the Hill, I feel like hit it perfectly, but that was like the tail end of the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Mike Judge is like, I think this would be fucking hilarious. So like, and it is. I was rewatching it today. King of the Hill fucking rocks, man.
Well, it's a lot of like in that, so I'm gonna go like Nirvana time frame of like it was take down the man, but also drink Sprite. Like it was very like Rage Against the Machine was really big and like all that, and it was like, oh, we have to like go against the system, but also here go shop at Sears because like they have great selection and all khakis and corduroys. You know, those that write Star Wars are the same that burn crosses. But like
that's true though. Fuck. George Lucas is a racist piece of shit, dog.
No, I don't think he's racist. Look, for the listeners, I obviously am a huge Star Wars fan. I think that George Lucas is a good person.
What about Watto, dude? What about that? That's super anti-Semitic, bro.
Okay, so that was the decision of that character actor. And, okay, so the only thing that like kind of like gives me like not hope, but you know what I mean, like gives me pride about George Lucas is that when he got the $1 billion for Star Wars, he like gave it to charity and gave most of it away.
Yeah, dude, gave it away to the National Socialist Party of America, dude. Good for him.
He gave it away to like locking those kids up at the border because he was like, well, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't have people come in here.
You know, Steven, you know, I know you had some pretty good child actors for E.T. and the other stuff you've been coming out with in the 80s. I just think it would behoove us to, you know, maybe donate to Homeland Security.
The best fucking character actor I've ever seen play George Lucas is Bobby Moynihan. Like he plays him so fucking good. He's just like, well, you know, I'm just here. I'm just having a good time. And oh, look, there's Jar Jar Binks, a fucking Jamaican guy. You know how they are.
Like, oh, he's doing his little dance. What a crazy dance they do.
Jesus Christ, dude. Well, I can just imagine him doing weird shit on his ranch. He's like,
all right, so do the demonstration for me. Show me how you shake that booty.
And it's just a guy like in a full up like motion capture bodysuit, like trying to twerk and like 90 1999. He's like, that's the way I like to see it. Now let's get some kids in here to do it for us, huh? I mean, it's Hollywood. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, so apparently the guy who played Jar Jar Binks, the character actor who played Jar Jar Binks, never got out of character when he was on set. So, like, even when he would, like, go up to Crafty, he'd be like, "Oh, Samisa, let me get some of them Welch's grapefruit juice," or whatever. Like, and it's just, like, so fucking upsetting to know, like, because it really shines, you know, like, in his performance on screen, it's like a Daniel Day-Lewis type thing where you really like get the character because he's
just
really
Adrian Brody, dude. It's just Adrian Brody and the fucking dreadlock wig.
He just
like
keeps,
uncredited performance.
Oh, protect your neck.
Yeah. He's like, nobody let me do the voice at home. Why can't I do the voice? It's just terrible. It's like that bad, bad of a Jamaican. And they're like, you kind of sound Irish, Adrian. Like, I'm not quite 100% sure what you're going for. He's like, no, we got to praise Bob Marley. He is the greatest one. Boy, if he hadn't died of foot cancer, think of what he'd be doing today. Oh, Tamara. The hills are singing for thee. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything.
So what I was thinking was maybe we should praise Jah. Maybe we should go to Rastafari.
He's like just Colin Farrell from fucking In Bruges. He's like, I'm a bad man. I can't imagine a girl like you would go for such a bad man. And praise Aryan thing.
I love the lion. He is the best. Bob Marley, he is the fucking best.
Boy. Dude, I cannot do an Irish accent for the life of me, dude. I like telling people that I'm Irish and then like being fucking terrible at knowing things about Irish culture and like doing the accent, telling people you're Irish and Italian, but the two things you know are like fucking The Sopranos and like In Bruges. Just like
See, that's why I love being German, Irish, and French, because like the German, I'd never have to do an accent because no one wants to hear about Nazis. Mm-hmm. The Irish, we get it. I'm good at making pasta. And then the French, I mean, I smoke cigarettes. Like that's about all I got.
Very French, dude. Look, I've been smoking Cowboy Killers since I was fucking 12, dude. I'm basically French. Do the French like Miller Lite?
Hey, yo, did the French call fucking Paradise Park? Because that's where, like, I want to fucking go.
Yeah, the Paradise Park, it's almost like the champagne of beers, but it's not the real one. And real French people like fucking champagne, dude, because it comes from that one region in France, dude. Fucking St. Louis, Missouri. The headquarters of Anheuser-Busch.
Dude, I saw this shit where it's like, you can't actually call it champagne if it doesn't come from a certain region from France.
True.
And I was like, listen, bitch. First of all, I called this person a bitch. This person's not a real person. It's a person I made up in my head. So me calling this person a bitch doesn't mean a thing. But I was like, listen, bitch. Doesn't matter what you fucking call it. If I go to Rouse's and get a $1.29 bottle of champagne, I'm drinking that bottle of champagne. Did I ever fucking tell you about the time that I drank 3 bottles of champagne and had a seizure?
No. That sounds pretty bad. I'm like, what? You had a seizure?
Yeah, dude. So it was like,
what?
It is great. So like me and 2 of my buddies, it was I want to say it was either New Year's Day or 4th of July. The only reason I say that because I just remember fireworks. Mm-hmm. And so it was when like I didn't really have a job, I didn't have a car, I was just like hanging out, and my buddies were like, hey, come over to my house, we're popping fireworks. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll bring a couple bottles of champagne because, celebration. So I think I brought like 5 or 6 bottles of champagne to this.
You guys like Jay Roget, dude? Fuck yeah.
You guys like Brit?
Dude, I got the Andre Spumante, brother, with all my fucking shift tips, bitch. Oh, by the way, you guys need to Venmo me like $12.
Look, Venmo me $12 and I'll Venmo you $6 because you can't Venmo yourself, which is fucking dumb. But
Dude,
whatever.
That's what I always say, dude. Pay yourself first, brother. Now pop this fucking bottle, dude. Let's fucking get spumanted.
You guys got a fucking bottle opener? Because I got to open the champagne.
Dude, just crack it on the corner, dude. It's fucking cool. It'll squirt a little bit, but you still get like 3/4 of the bottle.
That's how you know it's good champagne, is if you have to open it with a traditional bottle opener. and not a fucking corkscrew.
God, champagne's so fucking gross. But anyway, tell the story, dude. I want to hear it.
We're all like hanging out at my friend's house, and we hear fireworks and shit, but we're all just like drinking bottles. And I just had 3 bottles of champagne. Like that was just I don't normally drink champagne. When I do, it's mostly like for mimosas. But I had 3 bottles. And we're like sitting outside, and I was like, dude, I don't fucking feel good. And he's like, oh, like my buddy's like, oh, we'll just come go to sleep in my bed. You know, like my mom's home. He lives with his mom because like we're cool. And so like
Mommy will watch you.
Like I got in his bed and like I was like half asleep, and then I started feeling like my body tense up. And like luckily my buddy was awake in the same room, like playing video games, and he like turned to me and was like, what the fuck's happening? And I started like my whole body was like freaking out. And
what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I don't know. And then my other buddy was like blackout drunk, and he just starts bawling, crying, like holding me like, he's gonna die, and like that's not helping me at all. So I'm just like and then like his mom comes in and she's like, oh my god, get him some water or whatever. And like I start drinking a bunch of water, and like I slowly like didn't have seizures, and then I woke up the next morning and went home.
Whoa. Well, I guess
apparently it wasn't that bad if I'm here today.
Yeah,
So.
That's the appropriate way to handle seizures without any kind of actual medical intervention, dude. You just take like a cold, wet cloth and put it on the forehead of the person afflicted with seizures, and then you say Hail Mary like 10 times, dude, and fucking wait for it, you know?
Well, yeah. Also, I heard the best way to get rid of a concussion is take a couple shots of alcohol and take a nap.
Yeah, dude, just take a bunch of Xanax, dude.
And then like you're fucking ready to go, dude. Dude, all you gotta do is rub some dirt on it and fucking take some Xannies, dude.
Dude, that's it, dude. Just fucking go to sleep, brother. Don't let that fucking brain injury get you down, dude. One day you could run a successful company if you leverage your hatred and anger enough into hard work.
Dude, the thing I've always said is brain injuries have never stopped anyone from becoming president.
They have not, dude.
Boom.
Serious. Dude, FDR, brain injury. Woodrow Wilson, brain injury.
Boom.
Ulysses S. Grant, brain injury.
Boom.
Who am I leaving out here? George W. Bush, brain injury. Alcoholism, dude. That's what I consider a brain injury.
Abraham Lincoln, brain injury, but
that ended his presidency.
Yeah, it ended it. So I mean,
fucking, when one door closes, the window opens and stuff. I don't fucking.
It would be so funny to like go to a history museum and they don't want to talk about how he got murdered. They're like, well, Abraham Lincoln died of brain injury at the end of his presidency. He died from a severe brain injury.
Did you say it's not the cause of death was like brain trauma? Oh my god, dude! It would be great if we as a society could just get together and stop calling things murders, dude. You know, like we need to come up with a new word for that, like citizen's arrest or something,
or like militia or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Cause of death was arrested by a civilian militia. Jesus Christ.
You know, we should start calling murder Kyle Fiddleton or whatever his fucking name is. Fuck that fucking pussy.
Yeah, dude, I kicked that kid's ass, dude. He looked like a nerd.
Dude, I know we don't normally get political, but I've only been seeing this fucking cuck on my fucking Facebook. Fuck that fucking idiot.
Dude, and his like dumbass beefed up mom. Like
Dude,
his mom
fuck
looks
his
like
mom,
a fucking
dude.
can of like Chef Boyardee fucking lasagna, like in fatigues, dude, full of. It's like, I got a rifle and my son Kyle knows how to use his rifle too, and we fucking eat spam together in our camp in rural fucking Wisconsin. I'm just like,
Dude,
Jesus Christ, dude.
fuck
These fucking
that.
people need to get put down. Like, I don't.
Dude, you
ugh.
notice how there is no dad in the fucking situation? Because the dad was probably smart enough to be like, yo, this fucking half-eaten tuna can on a hot summer day and her fucking son are fucking dumb shits. And they are like, oh, well, I want my kid to be in the police department when he's 15. I love him. And then he fucking, fuck that fucking idiot.
What if she was secretly super rich and he was like a test tube baby and she like paid for this kid to get made in a lab, but somehow like, I don't know, like one of the technicians got arrested or something and the cop arresting the lab tech like drooled into the test tube and it fucking caused this like malformed cop baby to emerge and she's like, well, that's fine. Like, you know, I was gonna train him to do that anyway, but you know, thank you, Officer Smiley. I appreciate you spitting in the test tube that would eventually form my son.
So if this was like a DC origin story for this kid, it would definitely be that there was like a dude who passed chemistry by like C's and D's and he makes it to this organization and one day he's like, I'm gonna make the best sniper, and he fucking makes it, and then he like, well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and he leaves early, and a fucking rat comes out, shits and pisses all over this fucking petri dish, and then from that, a cat sees the rat. The cat comes, kills the rat, and the cat's like, oh, my belly's so full from eating this shitty rat. It's so fucking dumb, and then it starts shitting on the petri dish as well, and then from that, the coronavirus makes its way and is like, oh, let's attack one of the first cats. Like, I know it's not the one of the first, but one of the first cats, and let's make him get explosive diarrhea and also gonorrhea and everything that's bad.
Yeah, all the stuff.
And everything is just like in a funnel going to this petri dish. And then the guy comes back like at 7 o'clock in the morning and he's like, oh, I had a long day of sleep. And he puts it into the gamma ray thing. But the gamma ray thing was accidentally where they kept all of their
poop. They replaced the gamma rays with poop, dude.
They replaced it with poop and pubic hairs, and then it all merged, and like this like Guado fucking dude from Total Recall comes out and he's like,
yeah, dude.
And then
that man's name, you know what his name is?
Kyle.
Chris Kyle, American Sniper, dude. Full up, we're ignoring all timelines. This man is the greatest sniper who ever existed in the history of the U.S. military. He has an eagle eye, a perfect sixth sense for shooting. He can hold his breath for over 10 minutes. And you know what? His gun might as well be an extension of his body because he's so skilled with it.
Wait, you mean Will Smith as Deadshot in Suicide Squad?
Yeah, Will Smith is Chris Kyle, an American Sniper too.
So I don't know if you were there for this, but
what do you mean they put a goddamn scope on the rifle, Q? Like, this is a tiny ass rifle.
So I went to an improv festival. And there was this. It was a 2-man group, and it was called Chris Kyle American Improv.
That's pretty funny.
And dude, it was the best show I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was actually good.
It was honestly like a parody of like America. So they would start the show by exploding these glitter guns. Doesn't matter the venue. Like it could be like it was at the theater that shall not be named. And it was like it could have been for an arena, and they just exploded these glitter cannons. Where like shit like glitter was raining down for weeks after their show, and like every suggestion, there's like, all right guys, we're doing a show, what's your favorite gun? And then like,
M1 Garand World War II standard issue,
and they're like, okay, so we're gonna do a show and the lights come up. And then they're like, do a show. That might not have been it, but it was like it was like two fucking white dudes who were like, we're gonna take this dumb as fuck thing that people are like putting this weird ass sniper on a pedestal, and we're gonna do improv about it.
Man, yeah. You remember
great.
when everybody? You remember when they were all like jacking off over Chris Kyle?
Yeah. And
They're like, yeah,
oh,
he
dude.
posted up. He was on top the Superdome, loading his rifle with fucking heat-seeking ammunition that he crafted himself in his home laboratory. And when Chris Kyle squeezed that trigger, it was almost like angels singing every single time, because he was delivering the wrath of God upon anyone who dared question American hegemony. Chris Kyle has the biggest dick I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've seen it. I've seen it in person, all right? I still think about it every night before I go to sleep, because that man, if he didn't have a sniper rifle in his hand, he'd have his cock in his hand. 'Cause I'll tell you, this man, he's more than man. All right, he's a fucking machine. And that's I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. That's Bert Kreischer. That's his new bit. Did I tell you about the time I met Chris Kyle when I was in college? I drank 2 kegs of beer, full kegs, and Chris Kyle came in and he was like, "Are you taking Russian class too?" And I was like, yeah." And then we both killed all the Russians together with our guns. And then, dude, my wife is such a bitch.
Fuck my kids.
Oh, the kids are dumb, dude. I wish Chris Kyle was my kid.
Well, little known fact about Chris Kyle, he would carve CK into all of his bullets, and it caught the attention of one known sexual
comedian.
predator named Louis CK. Ever heard of him?
Two synonymous phrases: famous comedian and sexual predator.
And I know that, look, those two qualifiers do not narrow it down. Sexual predator and comedian are very well known in the comedian zeitgeist. So his name rhymes with Pooey PK.
Pooey P gay, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Nice,
or
dude.
Piss poo or something. I don't know.
If I ever saw him in person, I would call him Pooey P gay, dude. And he wouldn't even know what to do, dude. He'd probably be so floored. He'd be like, "Fuck, dude, I might as well just kill myself." Like, this guy just rocked me so goddamn hard.
He's like, "Oh man, I can't say the N-word about this guy because that's my only shtick." Fuck.
Yeah. You'd be all, "Oh, is Orange Man sad?" Kill yourself, Pooey.
Oh, Pooey P gay. Dude. So I know that, like, I'm gonna talk about baseball for a sec. So
okay.
I know that, like, baseball is like America's pastime, and I know it's like a man sport where, like, you come from like generations and generations of these guys who were like these like manly men, and like just rub some dirt on it, like you'll make it through the end of the game.
Dude,
blah blah
yeah,
blah.
like the manliest thing you can be is like an overweight Italian man with heart problems.
Yeah,
like, basically, yeah, dude.
And that's
overeats.
like that makes up 95% of all baseball teams.
Oh, the great Bambino. There he goes again, eating a whole deep dish before he goes up to bat. Oh, what's that? He's coughing because he smokes too much. Go ahead, you man. That's what Don Draper would look like in real life. That'd be so fucking funny. Like,
But,
fucking old Babe Ruth. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
So like I've been in this baseball thing for a couple months now, and we're gonna be starting a league soon, and everybody that I've ever met who plays this baseball, like who plays baseball in this league, have all been like very homophobic, very racist, very like pro-Trump, and I'm
There's a bunch
like
of Chris Kyles, dude.
yeah, and I'm like, Listen, dudes. Like, I don't know if you know this, but like 95% of your fucking players come from like the Dominican Republic, and like most of them are black now. Mm-hmm. So stop being so fucking racist.
Those kind of guys are the guys that see like pro athletes as like their property in like a weird roundabout way, where they're like, oh, I love this sport and I like collect baseball cards and like basketball cards that I play in my fantasy league. I don't see them as real people. I basically see them as like characters in a fucking video game that I like possess. It's fucking weird, dude. Like, that's like the weirdest kind of like, it's not even hero worship at that point. They're like, oh, like, dude, I hate Jay Crowder. Like, I can't believe he missed that shot. Like, what a piece of fucking shit. He's off my fantasy team. I'm just like, dude,
It's like,
get a
shut
hobby.
the fuck up, dude. Like,
get a hobby, dude. Go audition for some plays or something, dude. Come on, get it together.
Well,
get your artistic life in order.
so I'm a catcher in this league, and one of my favorite catchers right now is Yadier Molina, and he plays for the St. Louis Cardinals. And I've been watching shit on YouTube about him. Like, he's just fucking great. Like, he's just like a fucking all around great athlete. And people are like when I look at like Facebook or Instagram, when somebody posts about him, they're like, oh no, dude, he's not even the best fucking catcher of this year, dude. If the he's from all the way from Puerto Rico. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Fuck this guy. Like, all this shit. And I was like, you guys aren't saying anything about Buster Posey.
Who's Buster Posey?
I think that's his name, but I know his last name is Posey. I think his first name is Buster. But he's for the he's for the Giants. And he's a good player, but he's a white guy. So everybody's like, yo, this dude's the fucking best guy in the world. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I mean, he's good, but he's not great.
He's no Yadier Molina, dude.
Yeah. I mean, even like with my team, the fucking Contreras, the fucking the catcher for my team, the Cubs. Like, he's fucking fantastic. He's like not even just a good catcher, he's a good hitter too. And people aren't talking about him because he's black. And I was like, look, I get it. You guys want to like make America great again by making American sports great again. But look, white players suck at baseball. Mm-hmm. Like, there are great white players in baseball, but they're few and far between, because that's the thing about baseball, is that America is a melting pot of people, that we can have people from other fucking countries come in and challenge the people who are from here to make them better. And I just don't understand why people are still fucking racist when it's like a team of people who are from one city, or from mostly from one city, but like from states or whatever. And it's just like, just because they're from another country does not mean they're fucking like just overall bad people.
What's that one dude that's like super right wing in baseball right now, who like keeps tweeting about shit, and they like have banned him from stuff?
I'm not sure.
Hold up. Baseball. I keep looking it up and it's like not showing me.
Well, I mean,
definitely like read about this dude.
I mean, there was like, I don't want to say, not Joe Kelly. He's not right wing or anything.
It's showing all these like old ass dudes. I'm like, no, I don't care about historical Republican athletes.
Well, is it like a manager or a coach, or is it like a player?
No, he's a player, dude. I've definitely seen a bunch of shit about him, like getting fire over his fucking tweets, because he's like, yeah, we got a MAGA, dude. This is fucking bullshit. I forget his name though. I don't know.
I don't know of anybody right now who is like that.
I was thinking of John Rocker earlier, but I mean, he doesn't play baseball anymore.
No,
this is the
he
dude who inspired Kenny Powers, who's objectively funny. I mean, funny in like a bubble, I guess. Now it's like, you probably shouldn't go out and tell people you think John Rocker is hilarious.
Yeah, because that'll come back to haunt you.
Yeah, like I shouldn't say stuff like, man, John Rocker's funny.
But dude, have you seen this fucking, do you know about Joe Kelly?
Who's Joe Kelly?
He was a pitcher for the Dodgers, he is now a pitcher for the Dodgers, but he was suspended for 8 games. But he's just been a pitcher, and he's been fucking great. He's just like a good pitcher, but he has a fucking attitude, and not in a bad way. Just kind of like, fuck you, like I don't give a fuck. I'm playing this game. I'm making a lot of money, and I'm fucking good at it. Fuck you. So like with that shit that happened with the Astros, there was a game like I want to say like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he was like just throwing balls at this dude's head, at their players' heads. Like he was like, "Fuck you guys, because you guys are fucking cheating. Fuck you, you guys suck." All this shit, and like there was like a clip of him just like doing like a like, I'm so sad because I'm throwing the ball at you, and he's like, fuck you, like you guys cheated. I will fucking try to hit every single one of you.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and I
was thinking of Aubrey Huff. I'm sorry,
Aubrey Huff.
Yeah, he played for the fucking Giants, dude. He got banned from their 2010 World Series reunion this year because he says a lot of shit on Twitter. So I guess he doesn't play anymore. He retired in 2014.
What team is he on, or was he on?
He was on the Giants.
Aubrey Huff.
Yeah, he said it's locker room humor. It's satirical and sarcastic. We live in a nuts world. Need men with nuts to stand up to this bullshit. Jesus Christ, dude.
So he's basically never had sex before?
Yeah, I mean, he's like, he says that he has a sick sense of humor. Like, anybody that says shit like that, I feel like doesn't really have a sense of humor. It's one of those like Hot Topic things.
Yeah.
They're wearing a shirt that's like, I don't know.
That shit where it's like, oh, I just have like a weird sense of humor is basically saying you have a not funny sense of humor and you go for like low hanging fruit. Like you're like,
yeah, like,
oh, dude, my wife needs to get into the kitchen. You just don't get my sense of humor.
No, it's literally shit like that. Like shit that my like 68-year-old like fucking Alabama uncle would say. Where this chick was like, or this dude said, Birds of Prey had a dreadful 33.2 million opening. Wow, didn't see that coming. And he's like, I want to watch it for the sole purpose of watching at Margot Robbie scantily dressed playing a hot psychotic tattooed chick with a baseball bat. Something about her character is extremely arousing to me. Tell me I'm not the only one. I'm like, is that your joke? That's fucking terrible, dude. He's like, my list of requirements on a date. 1, be hot, a hard 8 or above. 2, be hot and funny. 3, be hot, don't say like or talk a lot. 4, be hot and drink good tequila. 5, be hot and don't wear panties. 6, we split the bill after tip. 7, BJ is mandatory, sex preferred. Dude, what?
Dude.
How do people like this have any friends in real life? Like, even legit, like, even if you are like rich as fuck, like, who is like, I don't know, man. Like, these are just the kind of people that I like, am not around enough to really like comprehend existing, where I'm like, oh, like every time I'm around it in real life, I'm like, oh yeah, you're just a fucking moron. Like somehow you like have made it through this world long enough to like have a house and like a fucking facsimile of a life, but like, what the fuck? Like that's where you're like, too many people are on this fucking planet, man. Like, come on. Like there's like 500,000 people probably exactly like this guy that would say the same shit. I'm like, what are you actually contributing? Like, you played baseball for 4 fucking years, and then you like to tweet about the NRA. Like nobody, God damn it,
dude. You know what's funny is like I think that's one of the funniest tweets or posts or whatever, but for the super wrong reason. It's not because like I super agree with everything he's saying. It's because of how fucking dumb that guy is, that he's like sitting there probably on his couch with his wife and 1.5 kids with a dog that's probably named Dixie, and he's like, oh dude, fuck yeah, I'm gonna tweet about this fucking, oh yeah, you gotta be hot and fucking motorcycle and fucking baseball bat. Fuck yeah, dude.
I mean, I guess it's just how dudes like this like stay like quote unquote relevant. Like, because I guess nobody would really give a fuck about this dude like if he wasn't tweeting about this shit. So he retired in 2014, and so he's like posting pictures in his like 45 squared shirt being like, getting my boys trained up on how to use a gun in the unlikely event Bernie Sanders beats Donald Trump in 2020. And he's like at the gun range, and then he just I don't know, man. And like, I know I just said like these people are fucking stupid, but I'm like, I feel like this is definitely all calculated. And like, people are gonna fucking like, this is a Business Insider article I'm looking at. Like, they fucking pay attention to this shit, and they're like, I can't believe a former athlete would say despicable things. Like, can you all believe that someone who was once great at a professional sport would say things that offend people? That's just breathtaking. I just cannot believe this. Aubrey Huff, why would you say these things?
Aubrey Huff, why would you leave Degrassi and say these kind of things? Wait, yeah, that's not Drake? Oh, it's not. Fuck.
He looks like Drake, dude. He looks like Drake with a goatee, and if he was like a white dude from Nebraska.
Dude, it's just so funny to me that like you can stay relevant as a professional athlete as long as you tweet about what's popular now. Like, when was, other than the Michael Jordan documentary, when was the last time you heard about anything Michael Jordan did?
Well, I pay attention to the NBA, so like I mean he does do stuff. He owns the Hornets.
Well, I mean, like, other than that, like, I have not, other than this shit, the last time I heard his name, like, in the media was a little bit after Space Jam because of, like, his gambling shit, but then also Space Jam.
I mean, I don't know, man. He's in the news a lot, I feel like.
Okay.
Came back in, like, 2003.
I'll say, okay, Ken Griffey Jr.
Okay.
We'll go baseball.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. Exactly, dude. Like, fucking this dude, I guess Aubrey Huff was like good for a season. He was one of those dudes, like, what was the guy who played for the Saints that was like pivotal in winning the Super Bowl, like the one cornerback that like got the interception?
I no idea.
You know who I'm talking about, though. There's like that
I know
one guy
who you're talking about, but I don't know enough about the Saints to.
So apparently this dude is like that. They're like, he played a pivotal role in winning this single series, and he was in the league for 4 years. I was just like, oh, so like he wasn't that fucking good. Like, he was good for a series.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that's how you stay relevant. Maybe this dude's trying to get like a fucking like a pundit job on Fox News or some shit. It seems like that's what everybody's fucking angling for. I'm just like, there's so much fucking noise that I'm like, this is why I can't even look at social media anymore. I'm like, I don't fucking care about your dumbass hot take. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, like, a lot of the shit that's going, like, a lot of MLB, NBA, NFL, whatever, everything is like, how can I'm like on the end of my career. I've done like 6 years 6 years and 7 years in the NBA and NFL are fucking unheard of, but like, I'm on 15 years of this MLB contract. I've been playing for that long. Let me start putting in this like right wing, like Joe Schmo America type rhetoric into my social media shit, so that when I finally retire in 2 years, I can be on the MLB network and be like, well, this guy, you know, he comes from the Dominican Republic, so he might not be that good, and like just be a fucking asshole. But every sports and news and anything else needs that one person to where everyone's like, no, everything you're saying is fucking wrong. You're fucking dumb. So that the other person who seems nice makes up for it.
Yeah.
Like,
I've noticed a lot of these fucking baseball guys, man. I lived on a baseball floor in college, so I know exactly what kind of guy you're talking about.
So
dude.
you knew Berger?
Yeah, I knew him. I knew the guy, dude.
Alex Berger. Is it Bergeron or Berger?
Dude, he's whatever you want him to be because he's probably the best fucking first baseman I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
Well,
dude.
joke's on you. He is. He's from LSU, and he was a second baseman. So
well, this is before he transferred. It's before he transferred to LSU. It was while he was still figuring out his position, dude. We used to hang out and crush beer together, and he would always like jock shoulder me in public, but then like in private, he'd be like, "Yo, come on, let's drink some beer, dude, and fucking listen to the cool music you like." And so like, you know, it was like a secret friendship, and that's why I always knew that like, you know, baseball guys are tender at heart, but like, you know, they're just total D-bags in public, dude.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the baseball guys throughout the year, they would like shoulder check me, and I would turn around and they have one of their nuts in their hands. And they're like, "Oh, you looked at my gum." And I was like, "Oh, well, I don't have any gum." And they're like, "Well, you need to get some because you don't have enough gum for me." It was a whole back and forth. And then from that, it was a very like timid relationship where I would give them my lunch. Like, I would bring my lunch to school every day, and I would give them my lunch, and they would take it, and I wouldn't have any money in my account. So it was good for me because I was losing weight because I just like wasn't eating throughout the day. And you could see it in my cheekbones, in my lower ribs and stuff. Like, please, for the love of God, just give this guy a piece of cheese. And I was like, no, the baseball guys got it, because they keep asking me for gum, and I said I don't have any gum because my gum pack is so small.
There's not enough Wrigley's to go around here.
Exactly.
I only have a single little strip of Big League Chew.
Right.
Baseball reference, you guys know.
They used to call me one of the single mint twins. It didn't make sense, but it was because it was under an inch of what they said that my balls were. So it was a single mint ball sack. And you know what? I grew from that. And they're all, you know, working at like car insurance agencies and car dealerships and like mechanic shops, and it's
like CarMax
and like CarMax. And you know what? Kudos for them. They're making it. I'm, you know, doing okay. I have a semi-successful podcast. And I'm just sad all the time.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's pretty much the same as going from baseball to a car dealership. You're like, you know, tore my rotator cuff, so I can't throw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, but I can get you in this fucking BMW that goes 90 miles an hour. How about that, huh? I could still make something go 90 miles an hour, just not the thing that I originally did, because I'm a baseball guy. All right.
So when I was playing baseball, it was a suicide squeeze. Whenever I would bunt, and there was
now it's a suicide squad. Am I right?
Now it's a suicide squad. Harley Quinn hardly quint into a Nissan Murano. Do you want to sign those papers?
I'm talking about product placement. I'm talking about if Suicide Squad really wanted to do well in this soft reboot, they would cast John Rocker. They would cast Aubrey Huff. They would cast the catcher you were talking about earlier. Yadier Molina. And they would also cast Ken Griffey Jr. in the Will Smith role. All right? Because you know Will Smith's not returning. So you just put Ken Griffey Jr. as Deadshot, dude. Full up. Because he's hitting fucking homers, dude, every single time, dude. Make his gun shaped like a baseball bat, but it's actually just a gun. No, it's because he's the most famous of the people that I named. And Will Smith is the most famous one in that movie. Come on.
Well, I mean, Will Smith did play a baseball guy at one point.
Which one?
I think it was in Focus. Was that like the baseball movie or was it football?
I thought you're talking about the CTE movie.
No, it's Focus.
I thought Focus was like entirely different.
No, Focus was him and Margot Robbie when she was like 26, and it was a sports movie. I think it was football. I want to say it's football.
He's a career con artist who takes an aspiring femme fatale under his wing.
Margot Robbie.
Wait. Oh, I guess at the 17th Associated Football Franchise of America Championship game at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. So they just get into betting.
So I'm right.
No, they
Look
bet on a football game.
Floating in the world, I'm right. I'm right.
Dude, the first song off the soundtrack of that movie is called "I'm a Man-Child" by the Uptown Funk Empire. That sounds fucking cool, dude. They got brass band music. Wait, was that filmed here?
Wait, yeah, it was.
Whoa, what the fuck? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Margot Robbie, I think is like a little bit older than you by like months, which means she's like a year older than me.
How old is Margot Robbie, dude? Fuck no, she's way older than me.
No, she's not.
Oh my god, she's a month older than me.
Exactly,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
Yo, what you want to blow your fucking mind right now? Zac Efron from High School Musical is older than Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Zac Efron's like 34, dude.
Yeah, because I told you that.
No, he's 32.
So when Zac Efron was like, I'm not going to stop till I get my shot. That's who I am. That is my plan. And you can bet on it, bet on it, bet on it. Margot Robbie was like 18.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I guess
Gross.
she probably was.
And she was like, I
Musical.
can't wait for everything to happen to me. And then she's like showing her VJ to Leonardo DiCaprio for fucking Wolf of Wall Street and just like being fucking hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. They should have put her in like a Disney remake, dude. They should do a live action remake of like Snow White or some shit. Make her dye her hair black. And then, like, have all the dwarves be played by CGI Vern Troyer. Just bring him back from the dead. Make him sleepy, dopey, drunky, and, like, whatever the other ones are.
Sleepy, dopey, drunky, and the rest.
Like the other fucking four. I don't know, dude. But it's just him in, like, varying states of intoxication. He's, like, happy. He's like 5 deep. Being sleepy, he's, like, 15 deep.
Dude, have you ever heard that, like... The 7 dwarfs are like the seven stages of like doing meth or some shit.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the analogy I was just making with drinking. I have not heard that theory.
Yeah, it's like Snow White. I think Snow White is either like meth or heroin.
I mean, that's like cocaine. It's just Snow White.
It might be cocaine, but it's like sleepy, dopey, doc, fucking jism.
I never knew anybody that got sleepy on cocaine, dude. You know what I mean?
But after effect,
maybe like a day later.
Yeah. That's why he's always a day late and $1 dwarf.
$1 dwarf. Oh, $1 dwarf, baby. What do you know about that? Get me at the dollar store, dude. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm thinking that I had a point at maybe minute 30 of this podcast, but I don't remember what it was. It was like right before baseball.
Yeah, it was right before you left in an Aubrey huff, dude. You know what I'm saying?
But like, okay, so like sports guys, like I would bet right now to you and any other listener, I'll bet $20 a person that Drew Brees will be a sports commentator in the next 10 years.
Yeah, dude.
100%.
If he doesn't like keep fucking up his fucking like fan relations, dude. I mean, right now he's definitely
No, that's the story though. Is he made a mistake? I don't think he made a mistake. I think he's fucking racist. But whatever.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
the story that Fox News fucking says is that he made a mistake. He's trying to live up to it, and he's trying to be a better guy. ESPN whatever hires him, and he just talks with that big stupid chocolate shit on his face.
Oh yeah, is that like a birthmark?
I think so. It's either a birthmark or a very cancerous mole.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I don't want none of my kids' role models having no fucking rosacea on their face. Go to a goddamn dermatologist, Drew. I don't want to see that fucking bullshit stinking up my screen. Give me somebody with pure porcelain skin if you're going to be being racist like that. You know what I mean?
Listen, the way I see it is that Drew Brees is only 99.9% white. He's got
there's definitely a dude that thinks that.
Yeah. That big old fucking mole on his face makes him 0.1% black, and I do not like it, and the road is traveled with my grandfathers.
Dude, what if there's a dude who like thinks that getting sunburnt is like sullying your heritage?
Dude,
there's got to be a guy like that, right? Like in like New Iberia or some shit.
Dude, 100%. There's somebody out there that sees somebody else with a tan and says like, "Well, you're not from these parts now, are you, big boy?"
So this guy would be like the nerdiest redneck, because like redneck implies that you're like outside working in the sun. But if they think that like being sunburnt is like a bad thing and taking away from your pure heritage, like they would have to be like a gamer redneck, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Sit inside playing Stardew Valley all day. They're like a coder. They're like, I'm doing Code Academy because I want to make a fucking AI machine learning software that predicts whether or not you are, in fact, 100% European heritage.
So I've been I paid $250 for Code Academy, so I can take 8 months worth of software in, so I can make an app to where I can find whether or not my cousin is my actual cousin, because she looks hot in a bathing suit. And yes, I have kissed her, but it was for a joke. I put a little bit of tape right over her lips and I kissed it. So technically I'm kissing tape, and that does not make me an incestual man. Vote for me for president.
I'm married and had children with my second cousin as a bit, okay? Because it makes our entire family laugh at the reunion, dude. You know, I've been real into this irony stuff lately because I've been listening to podcasts and whatnot. So, like, when I had got married, my second cousin, she said, you know, it would be funny if you ditch your wife right here and you marry me. And I said, well, hell, why not? Here we are 25 years later, and the joke's just as funny as it was on the day we first fucked. I don't know.
Well, so when I was on my wedding day, I was walking down the aisle before my wife, and I was looking around, and I was thinking to myself, I've seen a lot of my family members stuck inside of a washing machine, and I was like, well, I guess it's my turn to fuck them. And so I was just like, look, just because you're my stepsister, stepmom, stepbrother, stepdad, does not mean if you get stuck into a washing machine, I cannot fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. You got your pussy, you got your fucking asshole sticking into the moon. That means it's sticking into the poon. And that's why I'm running for president 2020.
That's why I'm throwing my hat in the ring due to these qualifications alone. I am a consultant for politics and business.
I am actually...
I don't know why it just popped in my head. I was like, American Pie. What about, like, South American Pie, dude? And like, it's a dude in like Peru fucking a pie that's made with like guinea pig or something. I don't know. I'm trying to flesh this out in my head.
Hey Lord, look at this. It's fucking. I'm gonna fuck this fucking pie. I can't do South
Australian pie, dude.
Is that?
I'm just thinking of like, what about like instead of like? I'm
thinking of Chappie.
Eugene Levy's character. It's fucking. It's like Javier Bardem. He's like, well, there's nothing wrong with having sexual relations.
Is Javier Bardem South American?
No, I think he's Spanish. Like, I think he's from Spain.
I'm thinking it's like, when I think South American, I think of like Chappie and I know that's
South Africa.
No, it's South Africa. What's South American?
Yeah, dude. I'm thinking, like the Antwoord is from fucking. They're from Chile, dude. I don't know if you knew
Chile,
that.
That South American, south of the border American.
We are chippy. I can't do the accent either. They're like, oh, when you get there, it's a beer with the boras.
That's basically it. I mean,
that's what Dutch people sound like.
No. I was trying to. I think you're freaky and I like you a lot. I think you're freaky and I like you a lot.
Dude, I don't know, man. I saw them at Voodoo Fest one year, like probably 12 years ago.
And they were
when
fucking
hot.
great.
Everybody was getting litty, dude. Everybody was jumping up and down. And I was like, whoa, this is rad. But then, as you get a little older and as people become more aware of things, you're like, oh, the Antwoord's not rad.
Hey, man, don't say that about fucking the Antwoord, because that girl is super hot.
What? Yolandi Visser?
Yeah, dude. She's hot in like a fucking gross way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. She looks like Queen of the Damned if Queen of the Damned was kept in like a tiny little fucking like cavern underground her entire life and like fed baby formula and like.
Oh, dude, I forgot to tell you. So my sister-in-law came into town and she took a picture of me in like a Snapchat fucking one of those like gender swap things.
Uh-huh.
And dude, it looks straight up like your girlfriend.
Oh, that is weird. What the fuck? That's super weird. Oh my god.
It's so fucking weird, dude. Like,
no, not exactly. Dude, that's really weird.
Enough that you want to fuck me is what I'm trying to say.
No, that just made me feel weird. I don't know about that. You can kind of see a little bit of the mustache hair like under the lip too.
Yeah. So that means it's more like her. Boom, take that.
No, no, dude. Oh, you need to send her a screenshot of that. So she's gonna listen to this and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I'll send it to you because I don't have her number. So I'm gonna send it to you, and then, dude, it was so funny. Like the first thing I saw was just like, "Holy shit, that looks like fucking your girl."
Yeah, we don't say real names on this podcast because we don't want to dox anybody.
Yeah, I said her name like 6 times.
Yeah, I don't say anybody's real name, dude. All names used in this podcast are fake. Aubrey Huff's not a real person, dude.
Yeah, Aubrey Huff. Didn't you get that from Aubrey Plaza and Ariana Huffington?
Yeah, I mixed them together to create the world's most perfect racist baseball player. We've recombined their DNA to create the perfect bigot.
Dude, so I was watching, I don't know why this, like, I thought of this, but I was watching fucking Gotham, and they had Bane, and it was, I can't think of his dude's fucking name, but he was like one of the like 90210. No, he wasn't on 90210, but he was like one of those guys, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was definitely after Dark Knight Rises came out, so his voice was like, "Hello, Batman, Commissioner Gordon, why are you doing this to me?
Remember, the 5th of November,
dude,
I'm mixing up my movies."
And I was like, you guys couldn't have thought of anything else. Like, Bane is literally an ex-luchador wrestler that just like got a bunch of fucking like super strength and shit. You couldn't have made him anything else other than like, well, you're going to die now, Bert. Bruce Wayne. Like,
did you think that they were gonna like make him sound like Cheech Marin?
It's like, hey man, how are you doing?
Yeah,
that would be so much fucking better if he was just like
the writer's excuse. They're like, well, he is an ex-luchador.
There's like, hey, Commissioner Gordon, what are you doing? Come on, why are you trying to kill me? They're like, oh.
Gotham, written by Aubrey Huff.
Like,
oh man, dude, fuck.
Dude, I mean, like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Oh yeah, dude. Bane sucks. They made him suck.
Well, no, they made him suck. Christopher Nolan made him suck. And also, Christopher Nolan made the Joker suck because now everything is to the
It's all grimdark.
well, no,
You wanna know how I got these scars?
yeah, it's all based on the Heath Ledger Joker. That's like the fucking milestone of every other Joker is like, oh, well, he's not as good as Heath Ledger when he said, like, do you wonder how I got these scars there? My dad put his dick in my mouth.
Yeah, that's how it happened, dude. That was actually, that's in the director's cut. Yeah. I was about to say, he's not as good as Heath Ledger in Black Knight. That's a Martin Lawrence movie. We watched that shit the other day. It's still... Dude, Black Knight rocks. That movie's so
Black
funny
Knight's
still.
fucking amazing.
Dude, he does the rope-a-dope on those, like, drunk peasants and just knocks them the fucking
Yeah.
out. I was like, yeah, dude.
What was the one with Heath Ledger then? It was Heath
Oh, that's
Ledger.
Knight's Tale,
A Knight's
dude.
Tale. Because it was Heath Ledger and Stanley Tudyk.
Yeah, Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci. Alan Tudyk is who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, dude. Alan
Dude,
Tudyk.
have you seen 42? The
Nah.
dude.
Is that the Jackie Robinson movie?
Yeah, with Chadwick Boseman.
I have not.
But, dude,
now I gotta watch it.
It's fucking phenomenal. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, I guess we didn't talk about it. That was like the biggest news of the week.
Yeah,
right?
that's fucking the set. Like, me and my wife have been like very upset for the past couple days because
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman rocked. He's cool.
like for different reasons. I was like, oh, Black Panther and Jackie Robinson and all these people have died. And then she's like, oh, In the Blood or whatever.
I don't even know. I have not seen that movie.
We are sad for different reasons, but it's very fucking sad. But Alan Tudyk plays like a fucking racist coach, and he says the N-word probably like 60 times, and he's
In 42?
yeah, and he's maybe in the movie for like 10 minutes. So
Damn. That's how they do Sam Rockwell, dude. They make him do stuff like that.
yeah. But it's like so unexpected. Like when you see Alan Tudyk and you're like, oh, dude, I love that guy. Oh, my God. Why is he saying those bad words so many times? Like it could
Alan,
have been
please
played
stop.
by anyone.
Literally anyone. Could have been Zac Efron in fucking prosthetics, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he would have been saying it for different reasons because Zac Efron's a racist. I'm putting that out there.
I read that online, dude. It was a blind item on Gawker a couple of years ago before they went defunct. They said this famous Hollywood hunk from known from the High School Musical series, he hates all ethnicities, and he tweets about it under a private account.
That's true. I heard that.
This jacked stud will not be named, but let's just say that he's America's little sweetheart, not to be confused with Zach Brown.
Let's just
I was
say
like, damn.
he packs Efron every time he goes somewhere.
Yep, that's what they said in the Gawker blind item.
All right. We've reached that.
Yeah, I gotta eat some food.
Yeah, we've reached that point in the show. I've been pinching my penis because I have to pee so bad.
Yeah.
So let's do some plug. Plug it in. We have a website. It's yeahdude.com. It's an umbrella where you can find all of our videos, podcasts, merch, other stuff. Buy some merch. Look, I know I said that I'm going back to work tomorrow, and it fucking sucks. But you know, it'd be cool. You know, if you're going back to work, if you're listening to this and you're going back to work, the best thing you can do is go back to work in style. So get one of our shirts, get one of our hats, get one of our fucking tank tops and sweatshirts and sweaters and all that other shit.
And mugs and shit, dude. You can just wear all our stuff to your job.
Yeah, dude. If you work at like an office that has coffee mugs, and you buy one of our mugs, you will be the talk of the office. They will
You'll
talk
get
about you.
promoted.
You can promote it 100%. That's why I'm promoted. I got promoted. I'm now the king of king of comedy. They call me Steve Harvey.
Yeah, they call him Steve Harvey at the office now because he has one of our mugs.
Well, they also call me Starve Harvey because I'm losing so much weight because I'm so skinny. But other than that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, they call me Harvey Dent at work because I'm tough on crime.
And you part your hair down the middle, but one half of your head is blonde and the other half is black.
Yeah, also half my face got burned off in a chemical fire, and I'm still alive, wreaking havoc.
All right, and also our social media is at my other buddy Devin, or what is it? Twitter is at my other buddy Dev, whatever. And if you go to Urban South Brewery, tell them that my other buddy Devin sent you, and they'll give you a Paradise Park for full price.
They will sell you a case of Paradise Park at the normal average price.
Yeah.
No ripoffs here at my other buddy Devin.
They will not give you any discount, but they won't charge you more than they should. So therefore, it's a savings.
They'll probably ask which Devin, and then they won't know who either of us are.
Yeah.
But they'll probably have a friend named Devin, seeing this is a small town full of people named Devin.
Exactly. So just go to Urban South Brewery, say my other buddy Devin sent me, and if you get a strange look, know that you're doing what's right.
You're doing God's work.
Yep, and God is dead and we're all alone. So see y'all next week.
See y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.